Hello everyone, welcome to another coaching session. Today we will be looking at a Z mid. He is currently gold 3 and this is patch 5.17. Yes, this has been a long time. I haven't done a individuals coaching session. So here I come back with a coaching session on patch 5.17. This is unfortunately a normal game. But and it's pretty one-sided because it's only 20 minutes. But I'm sure we'll still be able to help our lucky taco number 1 in this game. So you have Zed and you're playing against Fiddlestick. It's gonna be quite it's gonna be quite back and forth because first you don't have energy. You don't have mana, you have energy, so you're gonna be able to spam your spells like any energy users. But Fiddlestick is going to be able to just sustain in the lane quite easily. So it's gonna be sorry, it's gonna be interesting to see if you can damage him more than he can sustain in the lane. Though at level 6, he can easily just disable you with his fear and his silence. We'll have to see what happens then. Like it's gonna be a matchup of like who's more patient and who. Like at level 6. Some good harass on the Fiddlestick. Okay, they use. No, he didn't use flash, but here you already gain a solid lead on Fiddlestick. This is okay. This is why I don't usually like when people send me normal games, because it doesn't mean that you don't play serious, okay? But it means that people have more chances of not caring about the game, okay? People have more chances of just one, either trying new stuff. 2, either trolling, or 3, if they're falling behind, they're gonna be like, oh, just end the game. It doesn't even matter. Okay, so usually, I would rather like it more if people send me ranked game because it's way more serious. When people send me ranked games, it's not that much serious because people still troll, but it gives me higher chances of having a game that is worth looking at. Okay, so Fiddlestick is not here, and you have Zed. I expect you to not fail any CS. It's pretty good. Okay, good. You're shoving it in the turrets. Pretty good because you want Fiddlestick to lose as much CS as possible. What is Fiddlestick doing? Is he waiting for pots? I think yeah, he's waiting for pots. Okay, this is we'll try to have only your side. Okay, here you go. So you failed 1 CS, 2 CS. Okay, you shouldn't be failing those CSs. Fiddlestick wasn't even there to harass you, and you didn't. Okay, and you did not deny the CS fast enough. You should have been. You should have been spamming your spells, of course, but not losing CS, and try to shove it as fast as possible under his turret. So he can lose as much HP as XP as he should. Pretty good. You shouldn't be that afraid of Fiddlesticks. Okay, to play against the Fiddlesticks in the lane, first, do not stand with the minion. Okay. Second, when you get drained, if you can't burst him out, just walk away. Okay. Do not let him trade, because drain and lifesteal is lifesteal and spellvamp is a pretty strong mechanic, okay? So first you lose HP and he gains HP. So it's like double the beneficial effect for him is double. So you really should not let him drain you. Well, it didn't happen, but that's what I'm telling you for this matchup. So first, do not stand with the minions, and 2, if he drains you, just walk away. Don't try to trade back because you're gonna lose. Usually you're gonna lose against the Fiddlestick. Okay. You should not be so afraid of the Fiddlesticks though. Even though, okay, you get the CS, that's good. Even though you don't have any wards put down, it's okay if their jungler comes, if the Fizz comes, you can easily, yes, good, you just walk away. You can easily just dash away from both of them with your W. So shouldn't be that afraid. You should be harassing the Philistine more, punishing him more. Uh, when you can, okay, here, don't think. Okay, so when you can, use your spells to get to get the CS and to harass him too, because your shadow like helps you mimic the two spells. So by placing it carefully, you can get the CS and you can harass Fiddlestick. So that's what you want to try to do with Zed. Okay. That skin is so cool, man. Okay. Do not stand with the minions. If he crows, because okay, if he crows you, I'll try to explain it. If he crows you, um, and you're around here and he throws his crow on you, it's gonna stop at you. Okay, it's not gonna bounce on the minions back, so he's not gonna get any advantage to the lane. And if you stand with the minion and he crows a minion, there's a high amount of chance that it will bounce to you. Okay, so you're gonna take free damage. So when you play against this matchup, do not stand with the minions. Okay, you have to know when his spells depend on minions, or if his spells synergizes well with the minion wave, or if it doesn't. For let's say, if you play against like someone who throws kill shot that hits at the first target, then you should be standing with minions, right? If you play against Blitzcrank, for instance, you should be standing with minions. But if you play against Katarina or Zed and you stand with minions, you basically let them use their spells to one wave clear and two harass you. So like their spells have like second effects, which is something that you should be trying to negate as much as possible. Okay, do not come back. You just let the minion you just let the crow hit you twice. And seeing how much he drained you, use his like drain on you. Your HP your HP should be way higher than this, because you started with 3 mana pots. Okay, we'll take a look at that again. Okay, you already used your 3 mana pots, okay? So you're taking way too much harass in the lane. You should be focusing on dodging, well, not dodging, but your positioning in lane should be something that you have to focus from now on, okay? Especially in matchups where either standing with minions or standing far from minions is important, like in this one. Okay. Okay, here. You see this Gardner, what's it called? Fracture connect with the Fiddlestick. You instantly just, thingy, you easily just shadow in, all in him, okay? If he all ins you, it doesn't matter, because the Skarner is going to be able to stun the Fiddlesticks, and the stun is way longer than needed to be able to burst Fiddlestick down at this stage of the game with Zed and Skarner. So you should just all in him, okay? Even though he feared the Skarner, you should have been able to just W in and throw a couple of spells for him to like to be afraid of, like, okay, should he fear you or should he fear Skarner more? Okay. Because now basically you let him walk back to his turret, and well, he flashes in the turret. He can't follow, right? Because you don't want to dive him at this stage of the game. That should have happened way earlier, around here. Had he flashed, you would have been able to flash, follow up, and just kill him. Or the rest of the team could have flashed too, etc. So if he flashes, he's gonna be around here, and being around this spot is way safer for you to try to all in and kill him than here, right? So that's why you should be trying to make the plays further away from his turret. So if he goes away, he's not gonna be able to be in safety. Okay, we have Lee Sin support. interesting. He's trying to give you the siege minion. At least he's like harassing the Fiddlestick for you. Good, 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 good. So you saw kill potential and then you went in. You didn't hesitate. You knew that Fiddlestick didn't have his flash, so his only way to not die around here would be to CC you, but you didn't give him the time to think. You didn't just leave your W there and go back whenever you can. Just went instantly in, so that's the right decision. Yep. You had kill potential right here, so you went for it. That's good. Really, really good. This shows that you're. This is not your first time on Zed, okay? This is your mechanics on Zed. Your the way that you know that you have kill potential on him is not typical from someone who just played a champion or someone who's not good on a particular champion. So this shows that you know your champion quite a bit. So it's pretty good. Cutlass Ward. We haven't seen the Fizz. Oh yeah, we did. He ganked somewhere. Or maybe that was no early game. There was no kill. I think. Was it? Okay, good. You harass him as much as you can. You shouldn't be that afraid of him though. You have more damage than he does at this stage of the game because you have your ultimate, right? So you just go in, fake some damage, like use your E or something, or just auto attack him. He's gonna fear you. Then he's gonna drain you when he fears you, right? So whenever the fear ends, just instantly all in him with your ultimate, your ignite, everything. And your cutlass. He's gonna dead 100%. Okay. Does he even have armor? He has 32 armor. He doesn't have any armor. Okay. Well, maybe just a bit there, but as at this stage of the game with your items, with you being Zed and him being Fiddlesticks and not having his flash nor his spells, and not level 6 wouldn't even matter. 100% you're gonna be able to kill him. Okay, even if he throws his crows and everything, after he fears and drains you, you just all in him and you would have killed him again. And you're supposed to do that over and over again in the lane. Like even when he levels up right here, you have kill potential. You should have went all in immediately. Okay. It's okay that you wait for Skarner to go in, but remember this: if you can kill the other guys, the other solo laner 1v1, and it's really low risk, you should do it, because then Skarner will not have to waste his time going to Jordan, and he's going to be able to put pressure somewhere else. And also, the other mid laner is going to have to come to mid to cover. So, sorry. You basically, one, kill the other laner. He doesn't have any more XP, gold, etc. Two, you force the other laner, you force the other jungler to lose all the pressure on the map to come just CS under the turret or in the lane. And three, you give your jungler opportunity to go put pressure somewhere else. So by killing someone's solo lane, solo in the lane, either 2v2 bot or 1v1 mid, 1v1 top, even in the jungle, that is something that is super important, okay? Because it opens so much windows, it opens so many doors for your team to make plays and for your team to just catch up, and it demoralizes the other team really a lot. So waiting for him to be safe is okay, but all-inning him before, that's a bit overkill, but it's okay. All-inning him before would have been a more optimal decision. Just look at the CS defense. He doesn't have any items. So he doesn't even have the Seeker's arm guard yet. So you should have been able to just all-in him quite easily. So this shows that your play earlier shows that you knew your champion, but this shows that you don't have the guts, or you don't have enough experience to abuse your advantage. Okay. So the first kill that you made earlier was purely mechanic, but this one is decision making. Okay, and decision making is a huge part of League of Legends. I'd say it's even more important, in my opinion. Honestly, it's even more important than mechanics, because mechanics you can train, but decision making, it's a bit harder to train. Like it's the way you think, the way you dynamically think around the game. You're supposed to be okay. He fears you. That's fine, but now he's not gonna be able to stay in lane anymore. So pretty good. We'll go back, but because I think I saw something. Here, you should have went. You should have went on him immediately. Like use cutlass, close the gap, hit. Whenever he fears you, then you use your W. Because by waiting so long, you basically create intentionally. You intentionally create a gap between you and him, which forces you to use your W. Had you not used it earlier, you could have used it here, after this, and after using your W, you could just use your spells, because when he was in melee range, you could have just hit move, etc., and then use your spells whenever he's at a further distance. What you should do now is either one, try to kill him. Uh, Even if it's under the turret, you basically just walk away after. He's not gonna be able to do so much damage to you. What you gonna do? Okay, good. So yeah, either you kill him or you freeze the lane so he doesn't get any experience in CS, and you zone him out of it. Okay. If you go for the kill, then after, of course, you just wave clear and then push it to his turrets. Okay. You should not be afraid of him. You have a lot of CS. Second, you have way more damage than he does at this stage of the game. Your items tells you that, your character tells you that, and his item tells you that. Okay. Like, look at the minions. Look at how much the minions are doing damage to him. They basically took 1/3 of his HP just by Oh, come back to the shadow. Oh, nice, good one. This was mechanic. Okay, you shouldn't have flash on that one. I'll tell you why. Okay, yes, you should have dodged the Fizz ultimate, but you shouldn't have flash on that one. Okay, we'll go in slow mo. First, walk further away over there. Okay, even if you do this, you see it. Okay, walk up, 90 degrees up. Okay, from the fish. Had you done that, you would have been able to dodge it. Okay. Whenever you, I'll tell you something that I discovered while watching and talking to other people. It's something called direct input. Okay, DIing. If you watch my other videos, you can learn about. You already learned about it, but I'll tell you in case you didn't watch my other videos. So what DIing is basically, especially with the new ping. Okay, the new ping is fabulous. So DIing is way much better. You basically click really close to your character instead of clicking far. So let's say you're around here and you want to walk over there and you're clicking over there. Okay, you should not be clicking there, you should be clicking here. Or if you want to change direction, instead of clicking over here, you should be clicking really close. Click. Okay, the reason for this is whenever you click on the minimap, okay, really far, you'll see a line, right? Like a let's say GPS line. Like there's a they're using like an algorithm to calculate the shortest distance. Exactly the same thing when you use a GPS, right? So you know when the GPS tells you like calculating, it takes a lot of time, right? Well, in Riot's coding, it takes some time. It's not huge, but wait, hey, if you want to be better, you should be using every little advantage that you can use, right? So instead of clicking far away from you, you should be clicking really close. So your character will change direction and will move faster. Okay, it's not gonna be like 1 second faster, or like it's not gonna be like the end of the world for the other laners. Like they're not gonna be able to land any skill shot on you or something like that. No, you're gonna be able to dodge more skill shot for sure, but it's not like a magic thing where like you're invulnerable to skill shots. Okay. So basically, click closer to you. Had you done that, you could have been able to dodge this ultimate without using your flash. Okay. Plus, it allows you to dodge the skill shot after you see it thrown in a certain direction. Because most of the time, what people do, they try to walk here, walk there, walk in a zigzag form, or like they try to predict. But DIing is like, it allows your brain to just be free and not try to think about where he's gonna throw it. It's like an instant reflex instead of using your brain. Okay, so it clears your brain to do to think about something else than just dodging and predicting the skill shot. Okay, it allows you to watch a minimap. It allows you to counter the skill shot thrown. Like maybe you could have in other situations you could have just turned back and all in, etc. So it's something that you have to train in. It comes with training, okay? But it's something really really good to do. Boop. Wait, were they on slow motion or was it just me? So 2 kills, you get this. Okay, so this is entirely built against fiddlesticks. Well, you're gonna go for brutalizer, then what's the other called? Hex drinker. So this fiddlestick is just screwed. Okay, he didn't even build the seeker's arm guard. So you can just kill him over and over again whenever your ultimate is up, and even if your ultimate isn't up, you can easily just throw spells at him. Use your W. Okay, at this point of the game, even if you lose like 1 or 2 CS, it's gonna be worth it to use 1 full round of spells on Fiddlestick just to harass him. Okay, like you're basically trading 1-2 CS for pressure in the lane, which is absolutely worth it. Okay, in the early game, it wouldn't be worth it because your damage is neglectable compared to the gold that you're gonna gain. But now the gold that you just lost for the presence in the lane is gonna be worth it. Okay. So do not be afraid to use your spells to harass fiddlesticks, even though you lose CS. Because remember, it's not okay. League of Legends, this is a misconception that people have all the time. Okay, in League of Legends, it's 5v5. Okay, there's no external influence like in real life. In real life, you would be focusing on yourself, right? But in League of Legends, you should be focusing on the enemy way more than you focus on yourself. Okay, the reason why I'm telling you this is it is much more important that your enemy loses stuff than you gain stuff. Okay, it is a misconception that people have because like in general in real life it's better if you gain, and even if the enemy gains something then you just try to gain more than them. But in League you try to make the enemy lose more than you lose. Okay, the reason for this is pretty simple. You basically want to deny the enemy the opportunity to do something. Okay, you like let's say if you zone the Fiddlesticks and by doing that you lose 1-2 CS, it's going to be way more important than if you basically just stand back and you gain all your CS. Okay, but by denying Fiddlesticks, you deny his XP, his gold, and you deny the ability for him to be a menace in the game. Okay, so it's whenever, okay, I'll give you an example. Whenever you kill someone, it is much more important that the person dies than that you get the kill. Because whenever you get the kill, if you look at it only for your gain in that, you basically get gold. You gain 300 gold, depending, of course, and you gain a little bit of experience. But whenever the enemy dies, he will not get XP. he will not get gold, he will lose a lot of pressure in the lane, and his team loses so much compared to yours. So remember this, it is not the fact that you kill the guy that matters, but it is the fact that he dies that is the most important thing. Okay? So that is why kill stealing doesn't even matter, unless unless it was obvious that that you could have gotten the kill and the guy just like walked around him and just last hit. So that's just stupid. Okay, but I'm not talking about that. 88th at 230. Okay, right here, right here. You should not be focusing on your CS. You should be focusing on denying Fiddlestick, because denying Fiddlestick is more important than you getting further ahead. Because by you getting further ahead, you might allow Fiddlestick to get further ahead. So you should be zoning him. Get the CS whenever you can. Just walk back. It's okay. But walk right back into Fiddlestick after you get the CS, okay? Do not let him get it easy. You should not be trading CS for CS. Whenever, okay, I'll give you another example. Whenever you're ahead, what you want to do is you want to you do not want to trade, okay? Because let's say you have $100 and Fiddlestick has $0, okay? But then you trade. You get one, he gets one, you get one, he gets one, so it's like 102 to 2, and then blah 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 blah. It goes up to $1,000. Your $100 advantage is not going to be significant at $1,000, right? And then you go again, and at $1,000,000, it doesn't even matter anymore. So it's better if you stay at 105 and he stays at like 2 or 3. Okay, rather than you get 110 and he gets 10. Okay, so right now you should be denying him way more than focusing on getting the CS. Good. You saw kill potential, you went right in. But again, part of why you're getting kills is because Fiddlestick is playing really bad also. Whenever he sees you just freezing, he should just be trying to get the jungle, and also he just got such an advantage right now that it doesn't even matter anymore to Fiddlesticks. Good. That is some really good mechanics. A lot of people would have maybe failed that skill shot, so pretty good mechanics. But remember, mechanics only do so much in the game. Decision making is the other part that you have to do, and of course, leading your team, having a good attitude, blah 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 blah. But having good mechanics is some solid basis that you have. What the hell? Okay, good. You made the right decision right there, okay? Well, actually, no, he doesn't have Seekers. Had the three of you turn around, it might would have been okay to kill the Fiddlesticks. We could take a look at that. But okay, Skarner was just dead. Okay, no, it was okay. You made the right decision. Tristana was feared. She couldn't have done much, and the Skarner was just dead to the turret. So you would have been stuck in the Fiddlesticks ultimate. Even though he doesn't have any items, any big items, his ultimate still hurts. So it was a good decision by you, just going away. Okay, couldn't do much right there. Disconnected. Kill again, okay, good. That's good. You didn't go for the CS. You went straight in for the kill. So pretty good. But now you're like super ahead. So it's gonna be easy. As Zed, okay, as Zed, whatever. If it's a close game or if it's a more serious game, as Zed, whenever you're ahead, if you think they cannot help your team that much in team fights, you just basically go split push. Even if you help your team, okay. But Zed is such like a great split pusher. He wave clears really well. His damage on the turret is not neglectable, and he has good escapes. Also, he is like his role is to duel someone, right? He's an assassin. He kills people. So Zed is really hard to deal with in a split push. So whenever you're ahead and you know that no one on the other team can 1v1 you or wave clear better than you, then you just basically go split push and the game is over. But whenever you go for split push, you should tell your team, like you should lead your team ping for turrets and say, oh, put pressure here because I'm gonna go there, etc. And honestly, split pushing is something that is I in my opinion, okay, it's the most optimal thing to do in gold, platinum, elo, because in bronze and silver, people your own team doesn't know what to do when you split push, so it's basically like a bad thing to do because your team is just gonna feed 45 and they're gonna blame you like, oh, why were you not here with us, even though you were like top for like 1 minute and they have a minimap to look at you. They're still gonna blame you, etc. But gold, silver, your team start to know. Okay, well, you can do something called pressuring, and you can do something called rotations. So like they're gonna be able to be able to play with you your split push game, but it is super hard to counter it when you don't know how to do it. Okay. So it's gonna be hard for the enemy team because they do not have a lot of coordination. This is solo queue, and they do not know how to deal with it. So if they do not have a leader that knows how to deal with it, and that leader, of course, they have to listen to him, etc. It is something that you can easily do in gold and platinum elo to just client buff. But in bronze and silver, for anyone listening, I would highly suggest taking snowball champions like Katarina, Master Yi. Fizz is a snowball champion. Even Akali or Akali, whatever you pronounce it. Champions that whenever they gain items, they become unstoppable and they can technically 1v5 if played carefully and not like 1v5 in a bunch, but like one after one after one after one, etc. So that's what you do in bronze and silver, but in gold and platinum you play split push if you want to higher your chances of winning. Okay, this was not lack of mechanic, but a lack of decision making. Okay, it was like you didn't do a bad decision, but it was a late decision, which cost you basically your flash. Okay. Plus, you should be putting wards. Oh well, you don't have your trinket anymore. But I don't think I even saw you put wards, even when you had your trinket. So I'll go back right at that moment after it's done. Okay, well, yeah, and you should be buying more wards. Wards is super important, especially for an assassin. If you want to kill people, wards are like your best option. Oops. Okay. It's about whenever the Fury, I think it's her W, uses her W, repose. Yep, her W. Here, you could have easily DI'd towards the top, okay, and you would have been able to dodge it easily, okay? Okay, kill Fiddlestick. Do not walk back in the fizz. Oh! Oh, okay, you still die. Is this a surrender? It's probably gonna be a surrender after this. Okay, all in. Okay, Um, this is only okay because you're so far ahead, okay? But had you been toe to toe with Fiddlestick, had you been like equal to Fiddlesticks, would not have been a good idea to all in, okay? But this, I take for granted that you know that you have huge advantage over Fiddlesticks, so that's why you went. But under normal circumstances, you shouldn't have wanted to do that because it would have been risky, okay? Your presence is super important for your team, okay? Because you're such a good split pusher. You can put a lot of pressure. Whereas Fiddlesticks has to set up stuff before. Okay, he has to put wards, wait for people to come, and then just ult at the right moment. He can't just like walk in and instantly use his ultimate. He has to channel and stuff. So your presence can make more plays on the enemy team, can force the enemy team to make more plays than the Fiddlesticks. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you about something else that is super important. There's a way to play active, and there's a way to play reactive. Okay, you always want to be active. You want the enemy team to react to your play. So let's say you go to Dragon, you want the enemy team to play around the fact that you went to Dragon. You don't want the enemy team to be like, oh well, you went for Dragon, we're gonna go for another objective, right? We're gonna go for Baron. Then you're like, oh well, now we have to walk all the way back to Baron, right? That's being reactive. But you want the enemy team to be reactive around you, and you be the one leading, the one being active, okay? So you basically just want them to dance in your palm. And yeah, some champions are more reactive than active, okay? Zed is an active champion, 100%. Fiddlesticks, on the opposite hand, is a more reactive champion. He is based around the fact that the enemy teams makes a bad moves, like lack of wards, doesn't see Fiddlestick ulting in, etc. Then it is around you. You can punish the enemy team really well, also like Fiddlesticks, but you can make plays, okay? Whereas Fiddlesticks, it's a bit harder to make plays as Fiddlesticks when the enemy team plays really well. So he's more of a reactive champion than an active one. So you have to know what kind of champions is good at that, and that's how you form team comps and how you play around the enemy team, like make them tilt and stuff like that. Okay, because just think about it. If you have to react to the enemy team all the time, if he chase after the enemy team all game long, of course you're gonna tilt. You're gonna be frustrated that you have literally no control in the game, right? So that's a really good way to make the enemy team tilt. Did someone AFK? Or they're just not there? What you should be doing at this moment is buy tons of wards with your team. Oh, you bought one. Okay, good. But then you have to put it down. Go put the ward down. Okay, this happens. This also happens because you're fed, okay? You don't usually do this because it would have been unnecessary to do that. Like, you would have gotten the kill for just basically getting a kill. So it's not the best thing in the world to do. Good. Really good mechanics on Zed. Okay, you played that one really well, so there's not much to say about that. So just a reminder, whenever you play a game, you want 1, get objectives, 2, get CS, 3, get kills. So instead of diving the Fiddlesticks, in this scenario, it was kind of okay because you were so fed and Fiddlestick can do anything anyway. So, but in normal circumstances, you want to try to get as much damage on the turret as possible. If the kill on Fiddlestick is not going to help you do that, then don't risk it, okay? Unless it's like clear that you can get it, like in this scenario. But getting damage is more important. Getting damage on the turret is more important than you getting a kill on Fiddlesticks. Was it you or was it Lee Sin who got it? Doesn't even matter. Good. Oh, that guy's pretty. Hmm. He still does a lot of damage. Guess they're. Wait. Oh, that was Fiora. Okay, that's why. I was looking at Lucian and I'm like, he doesn't do that much damage. Okay, surrender. Okay. This game was pretty one-sided as expected. So I'll go over a few recommendations I have for you. First of all, DI. Okay, you have to direct input. If you do not remember, then it's like clicking close to you, etc. You can go back to the video to watch it. This is basically why I do videos, because you can rewatch it as much as you want. To try to focus more on denying the enemy laner than you gaining stuff. You gain actually it is an okay way to think in solo queue, because it is solo queue and you want to carry and stuff. Okay, in solo queue, do not trust your teammate unless you're like high diamond, master, and challenger. Okay, but even low diamond, mid diamond, do not trust your teammate. Everyone are trash, like Double Lift would say. So try denying the enemy laner more than try to gain advantage to yourself without losing too much. Okay, because if you stay at the analogy of the dollars, okay, if you stay at 100 and he stays at 0 all game long, and the rest of your teams are like at 1 million, then it doesn't even matter, okay, that you're at 100 and he's at 0, because you two towards your team, you're neglectable. So you basically just deleted yourself for fiddlestick if we take in calculation the presence that you can have. Okay. Oh, and also, whenever you're super behind, it is a good thing to go split push. Why? What? Let's say you're 0-10. Okay, you're basically, you do not do anything in the game unless you're like Darius or Garen, who are really fed at the moment. I'm just joking. Go split push, because whenever you split push, you bring someone else. Okay, you are the enemy team is forced to come stop you. So let's say you're 0-10 as Zed, you can still wave clear, right? You can still do damage to the turret and you can still have escape. You cannot duel someone, but by doing that, you force someone to come, and you basically force the enemy team to have a 4v4 somewhere else. So you basically, even though you're 0 to 1 million towards the other person, you basically neglect the amount of dollar that, if we're talking about dollar, okay, I'll clarify it. Let's say everyone in the game is worth 1 million except you're worth 0, right? So what you want to do is you go towards top lane, mid lane, or bottom lane, and you bring another million from the other team towards you. Okay, so you basically force the enemy team to, instead of having a 5v5, which is 4 million to 5 million, you force the enemy team to have a 4 million for 4 million, and you take with you a 1 million. It's even better if that guy's worth 3 million. Okay, your team wins the 4 to 1 million over there, but you basically force the enemy team to allow resources towards you that is not good for them, right? When you're behind, you want to make those kind of trades, because you want to gain up what you're behind from, and if you're ahead, of course, you want to pressure so the enemy team cannot do those kind of trades. So yeah, when as Zed, you could easily split push. So that's a recommendation that I would tell you in your elo. That's a really good way to climb in gold, especially. And also improve your decision making. Okay, you have to always be thinking. Can you get a kill? If you can get a kill, what is it going to cost you? If it's gonna cost you like two minions and you're not gonna die, then yeah, for sure, go do it. Get the kill. If you cannot get a kill, well, can you harass him? If you can harass him, what's it gonna cost? Like 1 minion? Then yeah, for sure, harass him. Unless it's like he's a tank and it doesn't even matter that you harass him. But Fiddlestick, for sure, do it. If not, then well, can you go make a play somewhere else? If yes, what's it gonna cost? One wave, 50 damage on the turret, but you get double kill bot lane, you get bot turret, you get the dragon. Then yeah, for sure. So those are all the decisions that should be happening in your head all the time, which is why it is crucial for you to gain reflexes, muscle memory. Okay, so your brain is not constantly thinking about every little steps that you can make as a solo player. Okay. So that's a huge recommendation, okay? train your decision making. It is such an important part of the game. Not only macro part, but like the rotations and what you can play, how you roam, etc. But the micro part also, the trading that you can do, the presence that you have against the other laner, split pushing if you're behind, etc. Blah blah blah. Okay, so keep all those things in mind, and 100% you're gonna be able to improve. Okay, especially on Zed. You seem to be a good player on Zed, so keep on playing Zed. Zed is a big playmaking champion. So if you can keep on playing Zed to improve. So yeah, thank you for sending me that video, that replay, and thank you everyone for listening. If you enjoyed the video, you can thumbs it up. You can subscribe to my channel. Share the video to anyone you like. I really appreciate the fact that you share this learning experience with everyone. If you're interested in having free coaching sessions, either one-on-one with a replay like this, or 1-on-5, like me coaching your whole team with a replay, of course, then you can send me an email to coach, COACH .wisdom without an O, so WISDM .lol@gmail.com. Send me an email with a replay from replay.gg. Okay, subscribe to it. Go to replay.gg, subscribe to it, do everything they tell you, and send me the replay link so I can go watch a replay and do a video like this. But to be able to get a free coaching session, you have to subscribe to my channel, and you have to subscribe to another channel that I'm gonna give you whenever you send me an email. Okay, so yeah, thank you for watching. Share the video, and until then, see you guys next time.